Hey y'all, it's Rose, and today we're going to take a look at SimpliSafe 3, which is SimpliSafe's newest hardware offering. The first thing you need to know about the new system is that the new sensors are not backward compatible with the old system, nor can you use your old sensors with the new system. However, the new system is compatible with the same no-contract, low-cost monitoring plans that SimpliSafe currently sells. If you want to take advantage of SimpliSafe 3's new features, you will need to purchase the new base station and keypad to connect to the new sensors, which are half the size of the old sensors yet offer twice the range. The new base station nixes the phone jacks in favor of Wi-Fi. It runs Wi-Fi and cellular simultaneously. Like the original base station, the new base station also offers battery backup. SimpliSafe claims the batteries will run SimpliSafe 3 for 24 hours, but in testing, it was more like 8 hours. The new base station also has an LED light ring that changes color to indicate system status. The keypad now has backlit keys and improved navigation. The keypad and base station are the only required devices, but they can't protect your home on their own. SimpliSafe sells kits, or you can purchase additional sensors a la carte. Though the new sensors are better, the pricing is 100% identical to the pricing of the old sensors. I decided to purchase 3 of them, including an entry sensor, flood sensor, and a panic button. The pairing process was seamless. For free, you can use the keypad to add and remove devices. If you subscribe to Interactive, you can use the mobile app to add or remove devices.
Water sensor. Named.
SimpliSafe monitors your sensors using 3 modes: off, home, and away, and you can decide how you want your sensors to behave depending on the mode you're using. My entry sensor is set to secret alerts, and when I'm home, it should send a push notification when opened. When the system is off, the sensor is disabled, but the base station can chime as the sensor is triggered. Finally, in away and home mode, you can choose alarm, which will sound your siren and notify the monitoring center. If I were to grade the entry sensor, I'd give it an A-. First, there's no way to set the sensor to send a push notification and a chime without notifying the central monitoring center. Second, though it worked most of the time, it wasn't 100% consistent. All of the panic button's actions involve notifying the central monitoring center. Fortunately, you can use the keypad to place your system in test mode, which is what I did. At first, I didn't think the button worked as there was no sound or push notification, even though I had set it to alarm. A couple of minutes later, I received a phone call from SimpliSafe to confirm the test. I think the panic button is a great device to keep bedside, but a push notification so that you know the button worked during your panic would be a great addition. Finally, the water sensor. Environmental sensors are always on, always monitoring. When water touches the device, you'll get a push notification followed by a phone call. One of the most significant advantages to SimpliSafe 3 is something that I can't show you yet, and that's expanded third-party compatibility. The old system worked with the Nest thermostat. So does this one. If you subscribe to Interactive, that is, but SimpliSafe 3 will soon also work with Amazon Alexa-enabled devices. With the Alexa integration in place, SimpliSafe plans to work on a HomeKit integration. They also plan to add an outdoor camera, a video doorbell, and a smart lock. If you pay for the interactive plan, you will also have access to the web and mobile app. From the app, you can arm and disarm your system, view event history, manage email, SMS, and push notification alerts, as well as manage sensors. From both apps, you will also have access to your security cameras. Video surveillance works with both the $14.99 per month standard plan and the interactive plan. Included, you will have access to live video streaming. For an extra $4.99 per month, you will have access to cloud storage and optional video verification. The SimpliCam indoor camera is the only camera that SimpliSafe currently sells. It's also the only device that works with the original system and the new one. It offers an HD resolution, a 120-degree field of view, night vision, and a built-in privacy shutter. SimpliCam protects 2 ways. First, it has its own motion sensor. Second, it can record if other SimpliSafe sensors trigger the alarm. At $99, SimpliCam is a bargain, and if you plan to buy SimpliSafe, I suggest adding a camera. Finally, we're going to wrap this up by addressing a viewer comment. Sean Keys had mentioned that systems such as this are vulnerable to smash and grab. In his defense, he was specifically talking about SimpliCam, and he was right, but SimpliSafe is backed by SmashSafe technology. According to SimpliSafe, if an intruder destroys either your base station or keypad, the signal will continue to send. But what happens if they smash both? At first I considered smashing both, then decided just to remove the batteries. With the system armed and set to a 30-second entry delay, I pulled the batteries from the system and then I waited and waited. No call from SimpliSafe. I repeated the test with my old SimpliSafe system and again, nothing happened. In fact, when I inserted the batteries back into the old system, it had reset itself to test mode. In SimpliSafe's defense, they say that SmashSafe works if an intruder destroys your base station or your keypad, and clearly they mean or and not and. And also in their defense, most people won't have their keypad and base station side by side ready to be smashed. SimpliSafe is a system I would recommend if you want low-cost, no-contract monitoring, but it's not perfect. First, notifications worked, but they weren't 100% consistent. Second, the system lacks flexibility offered by other systems, such as greater control over push alerts. Finally, though SimpliSafe's been around for a while, this is brand new hardware for them. However, SimpliSafe has greatly improved device design. They've also managed to do this without increasing cost, and of course, they've improved the user experience by updating the app and the mobile app. So should you buy it? Sure. I think SimpliSafe 3 is a good system, and there's definitely a time and a place for it. If you all have any questions about SimpliSafe, comment below and I will help you out if I can. And I appreciate y'all being here. Now see you soon.